Every time I call you, you answer and you be right there. I just want to say thank you, yeah. You're mine. I say every time I call you, yeah. You answer and you be right there, yeah. I just want to say thank you. You're mine. That is, first of all, I can't even do it because these dogs are gonna go up the same show. I am back with my babies. Look at these cutie. Look at that. Look at them. Look at them. What I say, y'all? When I walk in, it rained today in LA, so yes, I got my scarf on because I refuse to do a roller set and then be hated on by moist weather. Okay, I got a full day tomorrow and I'm just gonna be enjoying every second of it. Airplane, helicopter, get down, get down, get down, get down. Helicopter, I'm gonna need you to get to it. You gotta go. If it is not the ambulance, it's the helicopter or the fire truck, which y'all please stop hating on this show. Anyway, back to my song. Every time I call you, yeah, you answer and you be right there. I just want to say thank you. I wrote that song to my family. And I was so looking forward to doing it on I'm still looking forward to doing it on my live album recording, but everybody has gone Crae, so it's been rescheduled. But I remember when it was time for my half-hour special, they offered it to me, then they was like, no, we're not gonna be able to do it this time. And then I just kept the faith and I just prayed and prayed and prayed, and then I just let it go, and then I just gave it to Jesus, and then I just was like, Jesus, you know what's up, you know what I want. And then they just called me out the blue and they was like, yo, it's in 2 weeks. And I am so glad that I stayed on stage every day preparing for it, because it was in 2 weeks and it was just no way to prepare all that in 2 weeks. I just stayed, even though they was it was canceled, I just kept the faith and I just kept going out every day and I just kept working and I just kept being nah, I'm just building it because it must gonna come from somewhere. It just must gonna come. And the people called me back and they was like, it's on. And then I just got, oh my God, it's been a long wait to see the footage. But I just got it and it was worth every ounce of that wait. I'm talking about every ounce of that wait. It was just so worth it because it was just everything I could have imagined that I wanted to do in my half-hour special. So, whenever they figure out where it's gonna go with network, I'll just let you know. But I'm just so happy to be at the point where I have actually laid my eyes on it. On to Crae. Guys, okay, now I'm in this spiritual group and we was talking about, somebody put out the warning of the coronavirus and everything you need to do. And, I can actually say I must have really grown in my faith when I tell you I am not nowhere near scared at all. Like getting the coronavirus has been the absolute furthest thing from my mind. I've been downright pissed off that my improv class is closed, because let me tell y'all something, I love my improv class so much. So that's the one thing, because I just want to go to class, and everybody's like, oh, to take precautions, to take measures. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but when you how do I even start? So first of all, let me just say this too. Now, when I tell you I'm not scared, I'm still taking the same precautions I would have taken, which is like washing my hands. I am not going to be like this guy that I saw on Twitter. I saw a video on Twitter. The guy was like, I am not scared at all. I'm still not washing my hands. I'm like, oh, no. He is the coronavirus. Nigga, I need you to wash your hands, okay? I mean, period. Whether it's a virus going around or not, you is spreading filth. Anywho, I'm a very clean person as it is. So, that's why I don't be like afraid now. But like now my hands is just extra dry from just washing every second. Every time I go in, that's just what it did do for me personally is eliminate me going to the grocery store and opening some shit up as I walk around the aisles. But I don't know, guys, because if I get hungry enough, I might still be doing it because I just don't fear. I really do believe in by his stripes, his meaning Jesus, by his stripes, I am healed. I really do believe in that. And that's why I am so surprised. Like, it doesn't affect me at all. But I was in this spiritual group and, people was giving out the warnings of the coronavirus and what somebody from the CDC said. And, I'm really not a conspiracy theorist, but, that's why I don't watch TV because one, I just don't trust, a capitalistic society that will lie. This same system lied and said we was 3/5 of a man. We, meaning black people, was 3/5 of a man. I mean, they printed that shit in books. That's the same system, guys. That is the same system. Like, they will be on the news saying this product is horrible for you. Then they'll be on there the next week and saying this product is the best thing for you. What? Are we dying or are we not? Let me answer that for you. We died. So you might as well live every day to your fullest because you're going to die anyway from God knows what else you're doing, okay? But here's what if I was a conspiracy theorist, okay, it would be the coronavirus would be some absolute bullshit in my brains because first of all, they'll just say, they'll, the news will lie to be like, make sure you're stocking up to give the economy a boost. Then they'll say, oh, everybody is dying. Okay. Now, okay, let's just say that I'm correct. Now you can debate all you want, but and this is not what I'm believing, but if it was true, and you saying everybody was dying, everybody that's old is dying, is dying from it. The elderly is dying from it. If they were lying and wanting to beef up some statistics, the old people might be dying anyway, and you might just be putting that being the cause because we all know this same system will lie for the sake of sales. Like, do you know when I was at the doctor's office, they told me, I was like, oh, I have a mammogram schedule. And this white doctor was like, oh, I wouldn't take that test until you were 50. And I was like, oh, why? Really? Now I probably was going to cancel it anyway. But mind you, I've had a mammogram before. But he was like, oh, because it's a high chance of you having a false positive. Women having false positives when they take a mammogram before 50. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, that's why a lot of people are, going to surgeries and doing chemo and never even had breast cancer. Y'all are still allowing this test to be in hospitals, and it is taking perfectly healthy women and making them believe that they're sick, and y'all are still giving out this test even at 50. Like, that's what I'm talking about now. So it's things like that really be like, no, I can't trust you guys. Until somebody I know says, they grandma or somebody got the actual coronavirus, because like everybody is scared of it, but don't nobody know nobody that was actually affected. It's all these just random numbers, okay? Which is why I be like, check the facts. But also too, as a Bible theorist, when the Lord does come to avenge for his people, a person that reads the Bible every day like myself, he always comes by pestilence, like, which is disease, so guys, get right with the Lord because, that way, You don't have to be living in fear, because fear will make you sicker than any spread of any virus. The Dow Jones.